How you doing, everybody? Jonathan here, and in this video I'm going to go over a topic that I think will be very helpful with you guys, and that is how to help a client that's constantly putting themselves down or showing some signs of depression, as this is not uncommon in the fitness industry. It doesn't take more than a couple of episodes of The Biggest Loser to find somebody breaking out into tears midway through a session. I myself can recall a situation where I had a client in our first consultation just break out into tears as she spoke about her goals and her inability to achieve them. And this is something that you have to prepare for, because fitness and getting your clients to their end goal is not as simple as giving them the perfect exercise routine or the perfect diet. You have to help to educate your client. You have to help them believe in themselves, because even if they believe in you, if they don't believe in themselves, they're going to sabotage whatever plan you have for them. They're going to doubt whether or not it's achievable for themselves, or maybe they won't even attempt at all. So it's your job as a trainer to identify situations where there's constant negative talk or some areas of depression, and we're going to go over that in this video. But before I do, if you have not yet, make sure to click on that link up there and subscribe to our newsletter, as I send out short articles every Monday on how to see success in the fitness industry. If you just happen to stumble upon this channel, click on the YouTube icon below, and I make videos every Wednesday based on questions I get the most. And as always, if you've already subscribed to both my newsletter and to the YouTube channel, thank you very much for your support. And if you find this information helpful, please click on the like button below this video player, because every like that I get helps this channel. So we want to make sure that our clients are confident in themselves, because if they're confident in themselves, they will accept the fact that they are at a certain place, they can get to an end goal, and they won't be thrown off by other people, whether it be past, present. All right, so there are 4 steps to making sure that your client doesn't suffer from, negative talk or depression. I'm going to go over the 4 steps, and I'm going to give you 2 specific examples. So the 4 steps are: step number 1, identify the root. Step number 2, paint a reality. Step number 3, give your clients a path and show them that they have control. And step number 4, don't allow any situations of negative talk. So let's go with client number 1. Client number 1 we will call Mary. Mary started my boot camp at the age of about 25. She was going to get married, and her goal was to tone up so she can look good for her wedding. Now, coming in, she looked great, but she still made great progress. Now, Mary was a little bit tall. Mary was about 5'9". She had a very athletic build. So Mary was constantly unhappy with her results. It got to a point where we did our weigh-ins. She was down to 21%, and she was constantly beating herself down, telling me that she was fat, telling me that she was overweight, telling me that she needed to lose more. And I said, Mary, you look great. You can't constantly beat yourself down, try to starve yourself, try to get down to this goal of 120 or 115, until one day we sat her down and I said, just what's going on? Why are you always calling yourself fat? And she said, despite the fact that she is by all accounts extremely beautiful and in great shape, that she had always been called fat as a kid by her gym teachers, by other teachers, not so much her parents, but by authority figures, outside of the home. Also, she had gone to a trainer in a gym. They took her BMI. It might have been over 25 at the time. And they told her that she was obese, and she was completely floored, didn't know what to do with herself, never saw the trainer again. So we had to identify the root. Once we identified the root, we painted a reality. I helped her understand that BMI is not the best predictor of your overall physical condition, because she might be a little bit heavier than the average person, but she was so athletic. She had a low body fat percentage, and the body fat percentage was a better predictor of her overall health, that she now had to accept that those people could be wrong. And her reality was that she's in perfectly healthy shape. Everybody else in the boot camp was jealous of her body, and she needed to appreciate it instead of constantly putting it down. So I built for her a path. Okay, how can we stay on this path? How can we stay at 21% the healthy way? So we went over her eating habits. We went over making sure that she did the right things for her body, and she got sleep, and then she didn't stress out if the scale moved up 1 or 2 pounds on a given day, because she ate differently on different times of the day, but she was still perfectly healthy. Last but not least, she would still constantly say, I'm fat. And anytime she said that, I said, no, you're not fat. And I would make her say, I'm in shape. I'd make her tell me what a healthy body fat range is. I would make her tell me what her body fat actually was. So you can't just let, little comments go. You have to address them, and you have to tell the client to tell themselves where they are. All right. Second example is going to be my client, Mark. And Mark had gained about 20 to 40 pounds. And it was at the urging of his wife that I started to train him. I called him up. It took a couple of months to get him in the door. And we had a great relationship. And the biggest problem with Mark in the very beginning was he would just constantly, in the middle of a session, just shake his head. And he would just say, Jonathan, I just have no idea. I'm so disappointed in myself. How did I let myself get here? Why did I let this happen? And, he's doing well. He's in the process of losing weight. In the beginning, it's hard. The exercises are harder than normal. The change in lifestyle in terms of eating is a little bit difficult for him. But he's constantly saying, man, I really just messed this up. It's almost like the whole journey is over. So we had to identify the root. Mark, at what point did you change your lifestyle or weight gain? And he had this business that he had just started, and it caused a lot of stress. He was never home. He was working like long days, and then he would just eat whatever he could. He was in a different situation now. So we found the root and we painted a reality. Listen, Mark, you're in a different situation. You have much more control over what you do, how long you work, what you can eat. All right. So the next step was I gave him a path. We spoke about where he was. He had to first accept, listen, we're at this weight. We're going to get there, but you're just going to have to, eat this way, sleep this way, drink this much water, and it will work if you see it through. And the most important part was that I told him that it's all in your control now. It's no longer a situation where you're working 18-hour days, you can't really get home. You have all the time you need. All you have to do is trust the process. So the last part, whenever Mark repeated the words, I can't believe I got there, I said, hey, listen, Mark, we're here, but we're gonna go here, right? We're going to get to this end goal, right? And I would make him repeat it back to me. I would make him tell me, yes, I can do it. If every time we left our session, I would make him tell me, yes, I will drink this water. Yes, I will eat this diet. No, I won't smoke. No, I won't drink, whatever the case may be. And he got to his end goal. But if you don't constantly take it down, there are so many negative influences outside of the training situation that it's very hard for the client to fall back into the rut. So you may be the only situation where the client can speak positively to themselves. Your client may be in a toxic work situation. So on top of trying to lose weight, their boss or their coworkers may constantly just put them down as a regular person. So you need to instill this confidence in this person, and the more they're able to say, yes, I can do this, it'll actually spread out into other areas of their life. You'll find that they're more confident in work, and they'll report back to you. They'll deal with people better, they'll deal with peer pressure better, and then when situations come up where they're supposed to cheat on their diet, they'll have the confidence to say no, because I'm on a path. So this is what you have to do for your clients. You have to identify situations where they're telling themselves that they can't accomplish what you know they can. They just have to walk it out, and they just have to be strong. So if you see these situations, don't forget, find the root, paint a reality, give them a path, and instill in them confidence that they have control. And finally, when they're with you, don't allow negative talk, and I guarantee you that your clients will see success. So I hope you found this video helpful. Remember, if you have any questions or comments, make sure to comment below. Your comments are what fuel the videos that I make on this channel. So if you have any questions, it may inspire our next video. So I'm going to do my best to make sure that I'm here every Wednesday. I've been running a couple of things on the side. Like I said, I'm working on a NASM course, a NASM study course for you guys. So that will be coming up in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned, but I'll be back with a new video next week. As long as you remember to eat healthy, hydrate, drive safe. Stress levels low, get rest. Don't slap anybody. Love your clients. They will love you back. I'll see y'all tomorrow or the next day, and you have a good one.